Okay, I gotta work quite hard today. I've got a meeting later at noon, so I gotta get all this stuff done. First things first, I gotta check all my documents. Okay, order some donuts. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm getting fined $1,000 for forgetting to... Oh. Did I forget to flush? That's a problem. Okay. On to the next issue. What's this? Public scandal with the king. Oh, wait, that's me. I'm the king. Public scandal. What kind of public scandal? Oh, I see. Buys donuts every day. Going through the taxpayers' funds. I'll have y'all know that those funds are my funds too. I need donuts, and y'all need a king. And to be a king, I need donuts to stay alive. Yeah, I need donuts to run. Let's see. Let's check my meeting schedule again. Just the meeting at 12, and that's about it. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and go do that. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 52 of From Bedrock to Java. Man, it's getting harder and harder to remember these episode numbers because we're getting so much farther into the series. But anyways, in the last episode, we went ahead and finished off the meeting room right up here. We did a full interior as well as a full exterior right out here. Sure, we didn't texture it, but it's fine because I think what we have here right now is more than sufficient for at least now. I don't have enough time right now to actually go and build stuff, and I'm quite tired. So I don't have much sleep, so I just gotta, like, do things when I can do them. But in today's episode, I think I want to step away from the mega build that we're doing here. Okay, and this mega build right here is our, mega base, our castle. Sure, it's still taking shape. It's not what we want just yet, but it's something. And we've been working on this for quite a long time now. Let's see how long. We've been working on this mega base for about 7 consecutive episodes at this point, so I think we should take a break and move to something that isn't mega base related. And that is something I haven't worked on in let me check this too. We're gonna go work on an area that I haven't been in about 38 episodes. Yeah, down here. As you might be able to tell, I did add a couple more outlines. I don't know if I'm gonna include the building process of that or not, but I did do them, and I had quite a bit of fun. I don't know what I'm actually gonna build here in today's episode, but I do want to get this entire area right here done, at the very least. Might get to this area, and over here, I might get to this as well. This is meant to be a stables of some sort, because I do want to add some kind of stables, because I think horses are a very good way for people to get around the city. And over here, this is, I think, gonna be some kind of housing unit, and then maybe like a bar or something, like a really small one, but kind of cozy and nice to go right here. Over here, I think it's gonna be like some smaller shops and whatnot. I don't know just yet, but I think it'll be pretty cool. And finally up here, I think we're gonna have like a tiny little hut for, I don't know, maybe like a small farmer that's working over here on these fields. And ooh, man, I feel bad for this farmer. If he wants to farm on this entire field, man's gotta run across the river, across that bridge, run over here, get around there, and then finally get over to that wheat field over there. Ooh, this farmer gets his leg day in every day. Oops. Let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Whew, I can't wait. And let's do this. That's right, I completely forgot about this thing. I built a whole note block thingy down here, and I just have not been over here to actually listen to it in a while. And yeah, I remember the day we did that little bit. It was stupid. I cringed so hard that day. Man, it was a fun day though. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna go ahead and start with the building all the way on the far right, because I feel like this would be the most interesting build to have done first, purely because it's gonna set up at least some viewpoints. The first viewpoint we're gonna be setting up is this one right here, which is gonna block part of this building. And the second viewpoint is going to be from over here, which is going to block out my house right there. So we're going to have a, I guess, framing right here of this part of the castle and this part of the castle sticking up over these trees. I enjoy having frames like this because this makes things a lot more cozy. Once we can get this stables in right here, this area right here will feel a lot tighter and will overall feel more lived in, I suppose. Because right now, this entire area is so open that it doesn't really feel like there's any life that's happening down here. So we just need to start closing in some areas. So the first area we're going to close in is this area right here. Next area is eventually going to be this area right here, which can be like a little square. And I guess once we build these two, this area right here is going to be filled in. And all that's left is like this area up here, which is going to, I think, be a dock. Oh man, that ice race still needs to be done. That might be a while. I need to turn off this music. There we go. I need an on-off switch for this thing. Okay, so for this first building, I think I want it to be like a 2-story house, maybe. So it might go up to like this point right here and then go up from there. We're probably gonna revert back to one of my older building styles, which I have not done in forever, but I think I still remember how to do it. So let's go ahead and try, because I have not built in this style in so long, but it's a memorable style that I will always love. I already messed up. We're gonna change it up ever so slightly with just a little bit of what would you call this? Foundation. Yeah, that's the word. We want a little bit of foundation set up so that way things can look nice. Now we can go ahead and just build on top. We also ran out of materials, so during movie night, I decided to go ahead and start collecting a bunch of materials, such as the sandstone you're seeing right here. Next up was a bunch of oak, because we ran out of that entirely. Then we needed some birch, so we got that. And we got some cherry, because, you know, why not? So, on to the first time lapse of today's episode. Let's get to building up this part of the city. We just got finished with this first building, then we moved on to the other end and worked on this building right over here. I think it looks pretty cool. I might show the reference in a little bit, but here we have this, and then once we get this done, we're going to start working on the middle buildings, which I realized I kind of want an alleyway to go in between this building and that bigger building on the left. And then we built the one in the middle, and I'm really happy with the way this is shaped out. We even got a little tower going on. How cute. Alright then, so we are now in the process where we have ourselves at least a basic idea for these couple of buildings right here. I forgot to do the bar. I just realized. It's fine. We'll get that figured out at some point. But what we got going on over here is that this building right here is, I guess, something of a miniature warehouse, which is going to help with this idea over here, which is going to be like the dock. So once we get the dock over here, this warehouse is going to make a lot more sense. However, right now, we just got some holes in a building that just don't really fit, so we're going to have to fix up this building so it's done. Then we're going to have to finish up this bar. We're going to have to, I guess, figure out this alleyway right here, because we got these the note blocks down here. So we got to figure out an actual spot to turn on this thing. Over here, we got another building. Still don't know what's going to go in it just yet, but it's something. Yeah. And finally, we got this little house right over here. So I think the idea is that we're going to have a house right here, maybe a house right here, and a house right here. This is going to be a really thin house, I'm not going to lie. Oh, I feel bad for whoever's going to live here. But this right here might have like maybe an office space, or maybe like it could be like a bedroom with the warehouse being down below, but who knows. This bar right here is going to be interesting. I do want to figure out this little section over here before too long. I feel like once we get like an idea of how tall these buildings are going to be, it's going to be so much easier to build it. Never mind, this doesn't work. We need to grab ourselves. Oh goodness, do we not have any of the other one? So I completely forgot about this fact, but if you want to grow a specific type of mushroom, such as warped fungus or the crimson fungus, I think is what it's called, you need to have the right type of Nilium. Yeah, Nilium. So, shoot, how do I get back up there? Wait, please, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna have to... How can I pick this up? Yeah, like that, I guess. And then... like that. Okay, now that we have all the materials we need to actually build up these roofs and I guess hopefully finish the houses, let's go ahead and get into it. So I guess, I feel like this sandstone house, which is more of a pale yellow, should probably have the blue roof. This diorite house, I feel like would be good with maybe the blackstone roof. And finally, oh, this one's got to be the red crimson wood. This one could be... what's the other kind of wood that I grabbed? I don't think I grabbed enough wood now that I'm looking at it. Uh-oh. That's fine. We'll figure something out for this house, because this one is a little bit rough. Maybe just plain old dark oak. Yeah, I think dark oak would look good. Let's just do that real quick. Oh, Okay, something simple like that should work. I like the simplicity. I think for these buildings over here, I think I want them to be a lot more simple than this design right up there. Because while this was a really nice design and it's really pleasing to look at, it takes way too long to do something like this on something like this, where I have to do multiple buildings at once in a town where I guess the details aren't the most important thing, but the most important thing is the general vibe that it gives. Anyways, I think it's time for the meeting to happen. Let's go ahead and get into the meeting that we were going to have earlier in the episode. Okay, time to go wait for my 12 o'clock meeting. Okay. This is nice.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, there you are. Hey.
Hello, King.
So what's this meeting about?
Hello. I've come to talk to you about some things that are going on in the kingdom that I think you want to know about.
This doesn't have to be about the donut funds, is it?
Yeah. Well,
it is.
Majesty, you are getting kind of big. I'm sorry, but the donut funds are kind of getting out of hand.
Listen, these people need me.
Okay.
I'm their king.
The people do need you, but
fine.
They need a nice, fit leader as well, especially one that doesn't spend all the taxpayers' dollars on donuts of all things.
Yeah, I know I'm a little fat.
Yeah, you are kind of fat. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Hey, I just had to tell you that. But just know, if you decide to join our brand, we can actually make you the face of our company, which is going to go through some weight loss projects, and you're going to get a ton of money.
I can make a lot of money, huh?
Yeah. Ooh, perfect.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm going to have more donut funds. I'm going to have more donut funds.
Huh. This king is weird. He's really gullible, too.
Okay, so while I did say these buildings right here don't need to be as detailed, since their general vibe is what brings the most value to this area, it's not completely true. For this building right here, since it is a, I guess, corner piece from right over here, this one should be a little bit more detailed than the other ones, purely because this is something you're going to see from over here. So this is like the shoreline. The shoreline buildings should be a little bit more detailed, since that's where you're going to see them most often. Over there, those are detailed because that's the mega base. The house, that's my starter house. That's got to be detailed, of course. This building right here, it was, you know, it was one of the first buildings I did, so I didn't really realize how difficult it would be to build everything on that scale. So rather than do that, we're going to just do it like this. This corner piece right here and this building right here will probably be the most detailed. This right here will probably be pretty detailed, and then the rest over here, not as much. Similarly, this building right here will probably be a little bit more detailed than these other two, because this one, you're going to be walking past it more often. Same thing with the stables. The stables, you can see it from the path. So the pathway should be a little bit more detailed than the ones in the middle, where you're not going to see it as often. For example, if I'm going to be walking from over here, look at that. From this angle, you're going to see a lot of this building and a lot of this building. This building, a little bit, but not too much. It's out of the way. This building, you barely see any of it. This tower right here actually blocks out a lot of what we're going to see from this building. However, it will be seen from this angle over here. That's going to be like the main thing. So this building right here should be pretty detailed. Same thing with this. So just to reiterate, the buildings that are, I guess, most often seen are the ones that probably need the most detailing, compared to buildings that are in the middle and out of the way. If you don't have much time, these are the kind of buildings that you can avoid working on as much. Though, if you ever have time, you can always come back to them and then detail them later, because this is a death trap. Wait a minute. Hold on, do I have any lighting? Uh-oh, nope. Okay, there's gonna be a creeper that walks out of here later, and I'm gonna be doomed. It's gonna be over for me. Okay. Now we're gonna do a little something special over here. So, if you play any of the games I've ever played, you might actually recognize this building right here. This is gonna actually be referenced from Genshin Impact. They have a lot of really cool buildings in there, and they always give me a lot of inspiration for a lot of my builds, purely because a lot of their places are themed to a certain background, I suppose. And the building I'm taking this from currently is it's from Mondstadt, which is more of a Germanic type of city, and it's medieval styled, which is exactly what we're going for in this world right here. So we got to go ahead and just, you know, Germanify things, make things medieval looking. I like it. There is a creeper down there. Of course there is. There's always a creeper where I don't want it to be. That is scary. Okay, let's just do this. I'm gonna have to be quite wary. I need another shulker box. For once, I actually don't have enough shulker boxes on me. I normally have too many, and I'm starting to realize why I always have so many shulker boxes on me. The inventory is so bad. Oh, if only we had a couple more something. I want like a backpack or something. If we could have backpacks in this game, we could fix so many of the issues we already have. Oh, it'd be amazing. And we can make a bunch of signage. I think I made too much signage. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh-oh. These are a lot of signs. I saw a sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw a sign. Oh, goodness. These darn skeletons are sniping me. And now we can move on to the second time lapse where we actually go ahead and put on the roofs for all of these buildings. I am actually really happy with the way these turned out, and I'm also really happy with that this specific building right here just, it looks cool. It feels like it fits that, I guess, aesthetic that I wanted with it being kind of detailed. And on top of that, we can even add in this nice little bar, which I think is really cute. I am really in love with these two buildings at the very end, and we even got to start some outlines for the shopping area over there. Alright then, so let's go ahead and work on this opposite side right over here. So we got this side mostly done. We just gotta, ooh, I forgot to add a window up here. Gotta reach. Okay, perfect. Ba and a ba and a ba. Beautiful, we have ourselves a roof. Let me actually start flashback real quick. But now that we have this side basically finished in terms of shapeage, we want to go ahead and move over to the other side where we're going to put in some shops and other stuff right along here. And we got this general shape figured out. We just got to figure out the roofing and the rest of the stuff that's going to go inside of it. We still don't know what just yet, but we don't really need to worry about that too much since the other buildings right over here still don't have anything inside them, and that's a-okay because I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay, let's see. Let's figure out where doors are gonna go because doors I feel like are gonna be pretty darn important. Okay, so for this building right here, I feel like this is already a side part, so we're gonna actually put in the door. Let's just go smack dab in the center. It's gonna be a pretty small building here, so it can probably be something like I want to say bakery, but then again, there's not really much space, so maybe not a bakery. This could be maybe like, what would be a good small area? I'll figure it out. We're going to skip that for right now. For this building, you get a lot more space. This could be like a window front. You can actually get rid of this part right here. Let's get rid of this and this. Let's grab our diorite right along here. Beautiful. And we can fill this in, oops, like so. I feel like this could actually be a bakery right here. So we can just go like... And then, let's actually get rid of all this. This is messy. This feels like it could be a bakery, to be honest, because it's got the right size, and it's got a cool shape to it. It's unique, and I feel like bakeries need something to keep them distinct from another building, I suppose. Okay, final building right over here. We got to figure out where this door is going to go, and I feel like I want this door to be a little bit higher up, because then we could maybe have this be like a restaurant or something. So we got like a bar over there, and we got like an actual restaurant right here maybe. What is that? Why is there a creeper just floating there? I'm not gonna lie, that kind of freaked me out a little. Why are creepers so prevalent in this world now? Before it was phantoms, then pillagers. Now it's creepers, and creepers I feel like are so much worse than phantoms or pillagers. These guys blow up builds. These guys are dangerous. Oh, that creeper is gonna blow me up. I can just feel it. Oh my goodness, it is gonna blow me up. I actually jumped. Oh goodness. Okay, let's just see if we can get it to go away. Please. Thank you. So I think I have an idea for what I'm gonna do for this roof right here. Since this is gonna be a restaurant and I have the windows right here, they are very much unmatched. So this one is smaller than that one right there. I think I know exactly how I'm going to do it so that way it feels natural. And the way I'm going to do that is by slanting the roof in a specific way so that it just kind of makes sense. I'm gonna have enough blocks. That might be the main issue that I'm gonna run into here, but it's fine. It's fine. This is too high. I think that looks pretty cool, having the chimneys kind of up like that with the rest of the building down here. Let's see, can we see the chimneys from down here? Yes, we can. That looks awesome. Yeah, I'm already pretty happy with the way this is shaped. I think we just need to add in a little bit more shapeage here. Maybe not this. Do we have a stair? I don't think we do. This ghast is getting in my way. Slight issue, but it's fine. It's totally fine. There we go. Now it's got an unconventional style of look, I guess. It looks like there's a funky block there. but there's not. It's just a stair. And yeah, that feels pretty much restaurant-like, if I do say so myself. It's unique. It has that homely vibe to it that you want to see in a restaurant. Let's see if I can put in some details here. That's pretty cool. It feels basic, but it's fine. We really don't need anything too special for this area. It's out of the way, though this one right here might need a little bit more care. Because if you're going to be looking at it from this area, this building has a lot of, I guess, visibility. So does this building, so this one needs a little bit extra care. This one definitely needs some extra care, so we're going to come back in here with some extra texture blocks, and then same thing with that building up there. We're not going to go too heavy on the details, but we're going to go just enough. And then over here in the corner, we're going to block it off. Maybe we could just put in a wagon like we have right over here, which is a very simple design. It's something I can do pretty quickly. It might not be the exact same design, of course, but I can always just build something again. I just realized I'm missing some signs there. Huh. So we can just like put in a wagon right here so that way we can block off entrances over to this area. We don't want there to be too much foot traffic into this area right over here. Is there another zombie in here? No. Is the zombie in here? He is. Okay. Whoa! These creepers, man. They're always out here. Okay, last time lapse, and it's just of us actually building up the shopping area, and it's mostly just putting on some roofs, adding some final details, and yeah, no interiors today, and we did not get to the stable because I just ran out of time. I have so many meetings I need to do, and I got a lot of essays I need to write. Man, I am so busy right now. I'll try to keep getting things pumping out, but oh, it's getting harder and harder to produce episodes every week. Hopefully you'll enjoy this though. Alright, like I just said, this episode is getting a little bit long, and I've run out of time to actually edit and build in this week. So hopefully you'll enjoy today's episode. This is going to be the outro, so what do we do in today's episode? We went ahead and built up this entire city right here. It's not much, it's just a couple buildings. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings, all with no interior. Yep, okay. Yeah, nothing. Still nothing. Ooh, something cool. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Nada. And on top of that, off camera, I did do a little bit of work on building up a tiny little shed for, well, not shed. It's a beautiful house for our wonderful farmer right here for the wheat field. Yep. And I also did put on a roof for this tower just to finish things off. And I have to say, I am quite happy with this. I am really happy with it just for being an exterior. At some point, I do want to come in here and put in some interiors, bring some life into the city. I want there to actually be statues, people doing things, sleeping, maybe not sleeping actually, that's kind of creepy. We're gonna have people buying things, eating at this restaurant. We're gonna have people, I don't know, inside their homes relaxing. I want there to be a lot of life in this world, and to start that off, it's always going to be in the cities, because the cities have a lot of stories that could be told. We could have carts out here with people selling things. We do not need the sign that says shoppage anymore, because we already have shoppage, kind of. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice bakery, by the way. I got some plans for that. Still don't know what this is. Maybe it's like a lawyer's office or something, I don't know. And then, yeah, we just got a lot of really cool places that can become really cool things that, I don't know. Things will happen, trust me. And we also have a lot of ways to improve this area, because this area is not done. This right here could probably become a building of its own, because there's like a lot of space down here. Yeah, but yeah, we just need to maybe replace some of the flooring with something different, because full deep slate is ugly. I just did this because it's the only block I had on me at the time, and I need to recover some deep slate stat, because yeah, I'm out of deep slate. I need to go digging for deep slate. Yeah, I just want to be able to connect this city with the blacksmith pretty well. There's a lot of things we can do. And on top of that, we still haven't even finished a lot of the interiors for this building. Like, this right here is supposed to be a bar. Where's the bar? It's gone. This used to have a door. I think it got broken down for some reason. It's got a bunch of farms in it. We have a lot of things in here that just need to be done. We don't even have a stables. That stables is going to look really cool once it's done next to this water. I'm excited. Well, anyways, I'm going to end today's episode right here. I have a lot of plans to do, and I'm going to get to them as I can. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and end the episode. Thank you all for watching. And, of course, have a good one, y'all. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Goodbye.